Okay, so today what we're going to do is we are going to take our magic tree that we've already done. And if we look, if I hide this layer, here's our magic tree. Um, and I've already made it in the shape of something basic. This is a basic version of the magic tree. You did a snowman in my original video. Today what we're going to do is we're going to hide that layer working in the same file. We're going to make our tree in the shape of a cartoon character. So I've chosen to do Bart Simpson, and I've found a picture on the internet. I've copied it and I've pasted it into Photoshop. So first thing I want to do is I want to resize it and center it. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to show you something you can do with our layers, which is called opacity. It's right here in the right side. And I'm going to change the opacity just a little bit so that I can see the tree through my character. And this will help me resize it. So I'm going to make sure that Bart, or whatever my cartoon character is, fits on the tree. And you can leave the opacity in your final product if you wanted in another project, say, but in this project, we don't really need to worry about this because we're going to hide this layer. So I'm going to hit the green check mark. I've resized it to basically where I want, and I need to change the opacity back for this case. And I'm going to use my magic wand tool. We know the key for that already. W on the keyboard. Click on the white space around my character, and I'm going to delete that. Similar to what we did in the forest trees, we're going to use the negative space. So we're going to use the space around the character. We're not actually going to use the character. So I'm going to magic wand all of the space, and I'm going to make a new layer. So on my new layer, I can now fill this new layer again with my eyedropper selecting. So I'm just going to fill this layer. So K for paint bucket. So now I have the sky in the shape of Bart Simpson. If I turn off the actual character, I now have a tree that is in the shape of Bart Simpson. And as before, we need to turn off that layer temporarily with our marquee tool. We need to take the grass, go back to this layer, make sure I've got the layer selected and delete it. And then I will just delete a little bit here just to get the tree trunk activated. So there we have our tree in the shape of Bart, and then magic wand to select that, and I'll use the gradient tool now that I've got everything the way I want it. Use the gradient, find the right angle, and I can turn the shape on and off to see if I matched my colors. You can see in the top left corner here, it doesn't quite match. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to change the slope a little bit and the length of my line. And that actually is not better. That's actually worse. But I've noticed I've got a problem here. See the problem in the middle? If you have any spaces, what you actually need to do is you need to add those to your selection. So I'm going to hit W for magic wand, and I'm going to hit Shift, as we did before, to add to my selection. So now when I use the gradient tool, which is G, just double checking, you mouse over the tool, you can tell what the shortcut is. And now when I hit the gradient tool, you can see it does actually fill that in. So I get this a little bit more here, and I'm just, now you can fiddle with the actual length of the gradient and then turn it on and off to see how it looks. And that's pretty close there. Okay, so that is how you make your tree in the shape of a cartoon character. The last thing you want to do is you want to actually export this file. So we're going to go File, and we're going to go Save for Web. Okay, what this will do is this will just give us our cartoon character. So here's our cartoon character. You can see on the left side is the original. On the right side, this is as a GIF or GIF. We can argue about how you pronounce it. Notice that there is some layering here. You do see the gradient. So I'm actually going to change this to a JPEG and see if that makes it, yeah, see, that smooths it out real nice. The size is only 25 kilobytes, which is very small compared to 500 kilobytes. And I can change this to very high or maximum. Maximum is 61. So you can fiddle with these settings. You probably don't want to change your actual size, but it's here if you wanted to. I hit OK, and then you'll save it to your H drive and upload it to your Google Classroom. All right, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask, and thank you for watching.